From you being in this space, helping people with their credit and getting people funded, I want to break it into two parts. First part with personal credit.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest or the most common reasons people credit score drop from 700 to 6 or never even make it up to 700? Because a lot of people look at their credit reports and they're like, I don't know why I can't get to 7. Like, you've seen enough reports. Like, what do you think is the most common thing?
Oh, this is good. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, so we're going to have fun
today. Yeah. So common reasons why people never get. So let's take a step back, right? The first thing that I want to say, and I love that question because I get it literally 3 to 5 times a day in my DMs every single day. So the first thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to look directly at the camera when I say this, is that for anyone who's watching, as controversial as this may be, your credit score doesn't matter as much as you think. I'm going to say it one more time. Your credit score does not matter as much as you think. And the reason why I say that is because let's say you got 2 people, right? You got person A that has a 750 credit score, and you have person B that has a 680 credit score. But person A has a 750, not because their credit is strong, but because they own an authorized credit card on their granny's Capital One card, right? Person B has a 680, but they got 3 credit cards with a $10,000 limit and their utilization is just a little bit high. Person B is more likely to get approved for funding than person A because person A, their profile doesn't exist. They're pretty much piggybacking off of someone else's. So I explain that because so many people are chasing a score and they're not chasing a profile. But if you chase a good credit profile, a good credit score is always going to follow. So that's the first thing we want to say.
That was some game.
Hold on, let me talk to them. Let me talk to them now.
Cook.
Most common reasons, if we're trying to figure out why your score may not necessarily be where you want to be, it could be a multitude of things, right? There are only 5 things that make up a credit report, and that's payment history, that's length of credit history, that's utilization, that's inquiry account and credit mix. I'm gonna just run through them real quick. Payment history. If your score isn't where it needs to be, but you got a late payment on your credit report, that could be the biggest reason why. One late payment is strong enough to drop your score anywhere between 50 to 100 plus points.
Facts.
Right? And a late payment can negatively affect your credit report for up to 2 years and stay on there for up to seven, right? And we're going to talk a little bit about how to get that off in a quick second. But if you have late payments on your credit report and you're wondering why your credit score isn't where you want it to be, that could be a large reason why. So I tell people all the time, it don't matter if you got a student loan, credit card, partridge in a pear tree. If you are financing something and it's on your credit report and you're not paying it on time, you're playing a dangerous game. So that's payment history. Then we got credit utilization. People always talk about 30%. I'm a big proponent of keeping it below 10%. If you keep it in that 20 to 30% range, you should be okay. Anything higher than that, now you're negatively affecting your score. Why? Because when you're working with these lenders are analyzing risk. That's the only thing that you notice because you're in real estate. Banks only care about risk. When you are showing that you have more than 30% of your credit that you're using, you don't look as low risk to lenders as someone like myself, someone like yourself and beyond. Keeping your utilization low doesn't mean that you can't use, let's say you got a $10,000 credit card. Doesn't mean you can't use that $10,000 credit card. It just means that when the day comes for you to pay down that statement date, where that balance is going to show on your credit report comes, if you're using more than 10% on there, pay it down to that 10% mark. So that's the only thing that shows on your report. So that's payment history, that's utilization, and we got length of credit history. Here's another one.
Yo, I know you're enjoying this episode. I know you're getting a lot of game and a lot of value, a lot of information. But is it okay for me to give you even more value? Is it okay for me to give you more information? So if you just said yes, what I want to do is I want to give you access to a free training that I'm having 100% free. You can log in. If you don't like, you can log off. It's 100% free. In this training, I'm going to show you guys the 4 steps that I utilize to be able to buy properties, rent properties, make money on properties. Like this building we're in right now is 100% mine. And we do that. And I have done that doing those 4 simple steps. So what I want you guys to do is go to fundedandclosed.com, just like the podcast, but fundedandclosed.com. You're going to be able to register for the free training. Like I said, 100% free. And it's going to give you those 4 steps that I utilize to build my real estate empire. And you can do this exactly where you at right now. So look, we're going to get back to the episode, but before we go ahead and finish, press pause, go to that website, go ahead and RSVP for the training, and I'm going to see you soon. Let's get to it.
A lot of times their credit is just too young. So if you're watching this and you're trying to get access to funding, but let's say you've only been building your credit for 6 months, you need to be in the game for a minimum 1.5 to 2 years. If you haven't been in the credit game for at least 1.5 to 2 years, it's going to be very difficult for you to get access to any type of funding. Why? The name of the game is risk.
Yeah.
Banks are not comfortable working with somebody that's only shown they've been building credit for 6 months. You don't got
yesterday.
Bro, you ain't got bro, you a youngin. Wet behind the ears, breath smelling like Similac. You understand? You are new to this, you're not true to this, but you got to give it time, right? To be able to build your credit in a way to where now you've shown that, okay, I've maintained good payment history. I got good utilization over at least 1.5 to 2 years. Give me the money. And that's pretty much how that works. payment history, length of credit history, credit utilization. Then we got inquiries. This is my favorite one, and this one kills me. You've seen a couple credit reports in the past. What's the most amount of inquiries you ever seen on somebody's credit report?
I don't think it was over 25, maybe like 19. It was more so like they just was applying for a car and mixed with credit cards, maybe like 19 or 20.
Boy, the most inquiries I've ever seen on a credit report is over 70.
Damn.
Boy, now walk with me, talk with me. Listen to me when I say this.
Damn.
I remember seeing a credit report one time where someone
I would have got time to counting them.
Bro, I remember, and what bothered me wasn't the amount of inquiries they had on there. It was the time frame in which there were certain inquiries where there was like 7 in a row with the same bank. So the bank told you no the first 2 times, and you thought like, nah, I need 5 or 6 more.
Machine.
I'm gonna just keep going
until y'all approve this.
So for the people who are watching at home, if your score isn't where it needs to be, but you got more than 3 to 4 hard inquiries on your credit report, that could also be a large reason why. Every inquiry that you get on your report can drop your score for up to 5 to 7 points, and stays on your report anywhere from 6 months on the low end to 1 year on the high end. No, it affects your report, for 6 months to a year, and it doesn't fall off till 2 years. Mm-hmm. So you always want to keep that below the 3 to 4 mark. And then the last one is credit mix, which is the lowest lever, if you will, when it comes to what affects your credit score. So credit mix is pretty much, using the example again, let's say you got 2 people, right? Mm-hmm. You got person A, you got person B. Person A has 1 credit card and has a $10,000 limit, right? But person B has 2 credit cards with a $5,000 limit on each. Mm-hmm. They got a mortgage on there. They got a car that they're financing. They got 2 secured loans. They got a student loan. Everything is being paid on time. Everything is being managed properly. Person B looks more attractive to lenders. Why? Because not only are they both of them are maintaining their accounts well, mm-hmm. but person B has shown that they're more responsible with different types of accounts, right? Credit cards, student loans, card notes, and beyond. Mm-hmm. So when they go to the bank, their report looks a lot more attractive. So if any of those 5 things are out of check, you are going to be in a very difficult spot when it comes to making sure that not only is your profile good, but your score is good as well. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that clip. Real quick before you go, if you're a business owner who knows that your credit or your business structure is standing between you and the funding you need, I want to invite you to Take Off University. It's a community we've created where we teach you how to structure your credit, how to structure your business the right way, and how to access business capital on strong terms. We've created funding roadmaps to help dictate your path to success, and a community of other business owners who are going to be working side by side with you, all towards the same goal. Now, if that sounds like where you are right now, and more importantly, where you're headed towards, there's going to be a link in the description below where you can click it, learn more, and come join us. We'll see you on the other side of success. And until next time, family, peace.